Happy Sunday, everyone. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and make sure you hit that like button extra hard if your team collected 3 points this weekend, yeah? Listen, a massive, massive win for Manchester City today away to Brentford. And after Liverpool dropping points the day before, shout out Chelsea, man. Big up Chelsea for that. Nice little favour there. Blue cartel and that. After they dropped points, I was like, just go and do it against Brentford by hook or by crook. Just go and get that win, yeah? Get us within 2 points of Liverpool. I know we're 3 points off top. I think it's Arsenal sitting on top now, and fair play to them. They're cruising along nicely. They're a problem at the minute too. But, you know, there's a lot more to be found out about them later on in the season. So we'll see how they go, but fair play to them. But Liverpool, with how strong of a squad they've built, etc., how much money they've spent, you're kind of thinking there was potential for Liverpool to run away with it and even be miles ahead at this stage. But we're within 2 points of them. Big up to Chelsea once again. And big up to the City players and Pep Guardiola today. It was by no means the prettiest watch I've ever had as a Manchester City fan. But I'm starting to smell a title race. Oh God, I'm gonna hate that. See if this goes tits up. Yeah, I know some of you cretins are gonna clip that up. But as of right now, I can't say otherwise. As of right now, I feel good about it, yeah? Now, there are a few bits and bobs I'm gonna get into, but I don't see why not. I don't think Arsenal are miles clear of us, levels-wise. Liverpool definitely aren't. I know, look, it's one bad week for Liverpool, and I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans absolutely losing their rag over the week they've just had, but it's one bad week in September, October. It's not the end of the world for them, and look, I did want Florian Wirtz, and I was very jealous when they signed Isak, etc., but they've not really clicked into gear yet, have they? And you would think if they do click into gear, Liverpool will not run away with it, but they'll be a serious powerhouse. So there's a lot to be determined from Liverpool, and there's a lot to be determined from Arsenal. Can Arsenal withstand the pressure of having to win the title, having come second, 3 years in a row? I think we're kind of cruising below the radar a little bit. I think people aren't looking at City properly, and is that justified? Maybe, off the back of last season's downfall. And you could probably look at it in a way, we are really reliant on Erling Haaland. You know, I just said into one of my group chats there that if Haaland gets injured, it might cook us. It might cook us as far as the title race goes. Now, I mean, there's expectation that when Marmoush comes back, he'll be a contributor. I need Marmoush when he's back to score goals, yeah? Because there's actually not enough goal scorers in this team right now. Doku's improved a little bit. Savio, I don't rate you, Savio. I'm sorry, I just don't. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I think Savio offers little to nothing. That's not to say he won't offer anything in the future, but as of right now, for me, he never has offered much for me. He still doesn't offer much for me. A lot is to be decided and determined about him too. He's just been given a lengthy contract, so you better fucking live up to that contract, son, because we've handed out a big contract to a player that, in my opinion, did not deserve that contract. You know, we were offered 70 million euros for the kid not so long ago. We bid 80 million pounds, the hands off 80 million pounds for Julian Alvarez, but we opted to keep Savio. Needs to level it up. Oscar Bob probably needs to take games by the scruff of the neck a bit more, but he's young as well, isn't he? They're all young, so you don't want to shut them off completely. But my overarching point is there's not enough goals in the team, not enough players chipping in with goals. Foden's done very well on the score sheet recently, but it does a lot of the time feel like if it's not going to be Haaland, it's not going to be anyone. And that was definitely the case today. There was not enough chance creation today. You were thinking 65, 70 minutes. I'm getting a little bit worried here because we don't look like creating anything. We're not getting the ball to Haaland. And we know how these sort of last 10, 20 minutes seem to go for us. This is my big problem, yeah. Look, it's a huge 3 points. It really is a huge 3 points going into the international break. Was that 7 or 8 unbeaten now? Fucking take that in comparison to last season. But I don't know about you lads, but in the last 5-10 minutes of games, my heart's in my mouth, man. my heart is proper in my mouth. Yeah, it's like we lose our heads. We get no composure, no minus composure. Yeah, passes start going here, passes start going there. Rash challenges, potential handballs. We don't look to take it to the corner. We can't string 2 or 3 passes together. It's like all composure goes out the window, and you're kind of going, whoa, whoa, whoa. When is this goal coming? It feels like there's going to be a goal for the opposition coming all the time. Like the Arsenal one. Maybe we're just a bit stung by that. We lost composure in Monaco. We lost composure today. Luckily, we held out. Shout out Gigi Donnarumma. He was quite important in that. I know he made 1 or 2 kind of moments, but he was good overall, and you feel a bit more confident with him. Thought Ruben Diaz looked very good today. He's looking like he's starting to get back to his old self. The Rodri one, we obviously don't know how bad Rodri's injury is. It looked like a hamstring problem. For me, he's playing too much football for someone that's just back from an ACL injury. It's common practice that an ACL injury, or a player who's had an ACL injury, they'll pick up kind of side injuries and other injuries on their road to recovery, because their body's not used to the strain and the stress that it's been put under now over the last 12 months. So I'm hoping that it's the lowest grade hamstring injury possible, which would mean he'd be out for about 2-3 weeks. But you don't know. We're going to have to wait for tests. I would imagine, in fact, I'm fairly certain he won't be going away with Spain. But I have to, on that topic, I have to give credit to Nico G. I like Nico G, I think with him, once he has no disasters, I'm happy with Nico G. But he seems to be improving week on week too. So maybe is there a bit of comfort there now that we didn't have last season with no Rodri backup and that kind of thing, and the failed Calvin Phillips experiment, so on and so forth. But look, either way, these are all things to worry about probably in a couple of weeks' time. It's an international break. We've got ourselves from a position whereby we lost 2 games out of the first 3, Tottenham and Brighton, and you're kind of thinking, oh, this is a problem season, isn't it? This is going to be a problem season. But between United, between Napoli, between even the Arsenal draw, the Burnley game, the Brentford game, Huddersfield, you have to be quite satisfied with how this period in between the September break and the October break has gone. There's not a lot more you can ask for. And the games coming up after the international break are quite favourable on paper, to be fair. Look, obviously Bournemouth, good team. I think Villa are in there, obviously a good team on their day as well. So there's no easy game in this league, by the way. But we've no big 6 fixtures, or traditional bogey fixtures either. So if we can continue this and take momentum from this, which we absolutely should. The players look buzzing at halftime. They went over to the fans, gave them a few shirts, a lot of fist pumping, high fiving, clapping and hugging, which is absolutely what we want to see. Nothing stopping us. Yeah, when you've Pep Guardiola in your dugout, you've Erling Haaland up top, still a lot of experienced serial winners in that squad. We know from those first few league titles we won, it's a snowball effect, yeah? No league title is won in September, October, November, December, January, February. But once you start, if you're still in that race and you're still in that group of horses, come March, April, May time, all of a sudden it's, well, we've been here before. We know how to see this out. So I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm not going to say we're by no means favourites, I don't think, for any league right now, but I'm very, very happy with where we are as a team right now and where we are in terms of getting back to where we need to be and where we want to be, which is challenging and winning league titles. So today was huge, massive win. In many ways, we had to grind it out. Like I say, it wasn't easy on the eye, but we got the 3 points. That's all that fucking matters. Yeah, that's all she wrote. So look, leave all your thoughts down below. I'm very happy. Enjoy your international breaks. Maybe take your mind off the club football. And we will see you when it resumes. Hopefully, more good times to come, I guess. Hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you after the next one in a bit.